If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. My goal is to reach 100 subscribers, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys can hit that like and subscribe button. And also, I will leave all the links to my social medias in the description. Feel free to check me out on there. And with that being said, let's get right to the video. So, Clippers and Suns is a very interesting matchup, and I just want to make this case to start off. This really doesn't have anything to do with the video, but I know there's been plenty of injuries in the best team, or the considered best teams being eliminated so far, and for example the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers. This has still been a really interesting playoffs and fun to watch, and I know people are going to blame injuries, and they have a valid point for that, which more towards the Nets if anything, and the Lakers. It does have a big case also, but still, this has been an amazing playoffs for both teams, and or for the four remaining teams actually still playing: the Milwaukee Bucks, Phoenix Suns, Atlanta Hawks, and Los Angeles Clippers. But if we're going to talk about this Clippers and Phoenix Suns matchup, at the time of recording this, the game did happen yesterday, but this video should be out on the next game, game 4, and I'm planning on posting it before it actually comes out. Hopefully it comes out on time, but if it doesn't, oh well. But in game 3, the Clippers actually won a game. The series is tied 2-1. And in this game, we saw Devin Booker come out with a mask, and Charles Barkley made a good point I saw, where Devin Booker most likely struggled because it's hard to see with the mask on, and he made the point saying that you can't see on the side of you, you can only see what's directly in front of you, which I kind of understand, because defender-wise, it might be a little harder to see your actual defender, or the help defenders to be more specific. But Devin Booker did make a case before game 3 saying that all he needs to see is the basket. So, hey, take that as you will. But Paul George put on a show, playoff P, or we actually have been seeing playoff P this series, especially as the main option, where Kawhi has actually missed time due to a knee injury. The extent of that knee injury is still unknown, because people are considering it an ACL tear, and other people are just considering it a sprain. So we still don't know the extent of that injury, and most likely he's not going to be returning to the series as the day go by. He has not shown any progress yet, according to Woj at least, and I don't think he's going to be returning to the series, even if it goes to 7. But can the Clippers actually take this series? That is a big question, because Chris Paul did struggle. Devin Booker struggled. Those are their two most important players in the Phoenix Suns. I can see the Clippers actually making this a series if these go right. Paul George has to put on a show for this team, because he is the main option now, and he's usually used to being a 2 option, of course, with Kawhi Leonard. If you have Kawhi Leonard on your team, most likely you are going to be a 2 option. But in game 3, Paul George actually played kind of good. In 42 minutes, he scored 27 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists and a steal. On the efficiency could have been better, but it was 34% on 9 for 26 shooting. And it's still good for playoff P standard. And a lot of people have been getting him a lot of unfair criticism, to put at the very least. And I definitely would agree with that, because he's definitely one of the best players in the league still. And because he made a few quotes in the past which he probably shouldn't have said. For example, saying that he is playoff P, and then goes on to have a lot of bad playoff series. I can't take that from him. Yes, that did happen. But he is proving a lot of people wrong, and people are taking a lot of his games, or even his alright games, as in bad games, and making him a meme, which at the end of game 2, he did kind of deserve it, because he did miss 2 free throws, which led to that DeAndre Ayton dunk. I'm sure you guys seen it all over social media, and it made me hyped watching it live. But this game is just something very interesting to look at. One player that I feel like needs to be highlighted is Reggie Jackson, because I know we all know about, especially his OKC days, where he's played very bad, to say the very least, and he's had drama with the team and KD and Russell, to be more specific, and that led him being shipped off to the Pistons. But Reggie is actually performing, and you can't say that about Reggie Jackson all the time. And if Reggie keeps playing like how he is right now, he can really be considered a good starting point guard. He scored 23 points on 9 for 17 shooting in game 3, and it's just surprising to me, at least, because I was expecting him to kind of struggle in the series, or just at least play like how he did last year, or not even that, but just in the past few years. But he's been playing good. He has definitely been playing good in the playoffs, and you can't take that away from him, because he's helping this team missing Kawhi Leonard, one of the best players in the league. And do I believe the Clippers can come back and make this a series? Because it seems like every time the Clippers are down 0-2, that's when they take it seriously. And if I had to choose, I would say I still have the Suns, mainly because I know Chris Paul and Devin Booker struggle. But Chris Paul missed, I believe it was 10 days, of just playing basketball at all. And Devin Booker is injured, I guess you could say. And that mask might be bothering him, I don't know. But the nose area on his face does kind of look very messed up. So I do believe he should be having it on. But I don't know. I just love this series so far. But like I said, I don't think this Clippers team is going to get Kawhi Leonard back for the rest of the series if they make it past to the finals. I don't think they're going to have him back for a while. So Paul George is going to have to perform. He is going to have to perform very well for this team to actually make it farther than they did, at least. But I still have the Suns winning, just because, like I said before, Chris Paul should be playing better soon. Hopefully Devin Booker can take that mask on, or mask off, hopefully soon. And I don't know. I just think this Phoenix Suns team is really good. And I'm not saying the Clippers don't have a chance in the series, because they definitely do, as long as some key players on this team play very well. Players like maybe Pat Bev, he can be a good one if he locks up and can make a few threes. Reggie Jackson, like I said. Zubac is a really interesting one, because I feel like he could be used differently, in my opinion. Well, I'm not even going to get too much into that part, but just as long as Luke Kennard is hitting his shots, same with Marcus Morris. And Batum, I love Batum on this team. He can just be used as a perfect three-point shooter and defensive, not perfect three-point shooter, but you know what I mean. But especially a defensive player, just get those steals, a few blocks. It's just, I love him for this team. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in tomorrow's game. But you'll see the video at the time is being posted on the same day as game 4. So hopefully, well, if you're watching this late, you should know the results by then. But if you're watching at the time, it should be a good game. But yeah, with that being said, that will be the end of today's video. And I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And just leave a comment. Who do you think is going to make it out of the series? I just really want you guys to let me know in the comments, because I'm actually interested. But yeah, I love every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.